Okay. So after solving, returning from the last one, now we can solve like this, but still this is not the final answer, right? Still this is not the final answer, since this can be further solved. So how? You can see, you can write like this. You can write this one and CB, and then this one, O likewise. You can change the places. Again, using the commutative law. C not B, right? C not B, and you can write then CB, C not B, CB, C not A, and now you can see B is common. B is common for these two, so you can write C not C, C not OC, or C not A, or C A not. C not C is 1. So B, I'm not going to write the laws again, and 1, then this part. B and 1 is again identity law, it's B, then this part. B or C not A or C A not. C not A, you can't solve this again. So I think this will be the answer. So do we have this answer in the paper? B, C not A, C A not. B, C not A, C not, C A not, not C, A not C, A not C, A C not, A C not, B. Fourth one is the answer. Yes, both actually two students have given the same answer. Good. So they have found the way of solving that. Others, I think you need to work extra and find out actually. So I think now it will be okay. But these marks are very important, because why? Because you are not only getting questions in the MCQ sections using logic gate, you are still get some questions in the essay and structured paper. So be careful, right? So this part, don't actually give up. And ගොඩක් ළමයි අතාරින part දෙකක් මම කියනවා, Python and logic gates. Python logic gate number system. They think that they can score without that. Yes, they can score. I know that they can score, but the thing is, so it's like going to kind of a free fair, and you just watch and come. So why you go for the exam? To get marks out of 60. Get marks out of, because 40 marks are there in those two sections. So please consider. Okay, 10th one. Okay, question number 10. So my suggestion is, if you can do the question paper and come, would be faster, right? Then we can discuss more questions, because so I don't want to rush and discuss more questions. I just want to leisurely complete the paper. So spend more time on other subjects. I don't want to stress out IT, because ICT is easy one. ඒක එහෙම මහා ලොකුට ස්ට්‍රෙස් කරලා ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ නැහැ පුතේ. අපි සාමාන්‍ය විදියට සාමාන්‍ය කාලෙන් කරමු. ඉතින් ඔයාලා ප්‍රශ්න ටිකට උත්තර ලියන් ආව නම් තවත් ටිකක් අපිට වැඩිපුර ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. My suggestion next day. So today I'll do this. It's okay, but next day, so please do some questions and count. So then you come with the preparation, no? So then we can do more, right? Do more. Actually, per day I'll discuss only, so maximum 6-7 questions. So I'm not going to discuss more than that, because that is not digestible, because this is a lesson, this is one lesson. And so I have to revise all the theories also. So it's not easy. Therefore, initially I'll discuss only 6-7 questions. But later, after discussing one paper, I'll speed up. So maybe after discussing 2-3 papers, we can discuss at least 2 papers per day, MCQs. After completing MCQs, we'll go for the essay and discuss essays in the same way, slow motion. But after discussing essays, 2-3 papers, then I'm going to discuss the other parts. Again, after the second or third paper, I'll speed up that too. Okay. the block diagram of the sequential circuit. Sequential means a memory circuit. Okay. And with one block labeled as A and the other labeled as B. They are asking which of the following statement is true about the logic diagram. Block A is a combinational logic circuits. No, it's not combinational, it's sequential, right? Because the feedback is taken back. Whatever the output here is taken back to the B gate. So A is not combinational, A is a sequential one. B is a memory element. Yes, that is true. B should be memory element. Yes. Only A can be implemented using logic. Yes. No, you can implement on B and A and B both. A and B both can be implemented. So the answer will be only 2. Right? So you all given 3. Why? A is not combinational, Pute. A is sequential, right? Sequential kila කියන්නේ the combinational නම් input ඒ current input විතරයි. හැබැයි current දැන් කොහොමද ඒක හොයන්නේ combinational sequential කියලා. ඒකත් අදගත් ප්‍රශ්නයක්. Combinational නම් current inputs විතරයි. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ දැන් එන inputs උණු එන දැන් එන inputs අනුව තමයි output දෙන්නේ combination. That adders and all, half adder, full adder අපි කතා කරේ ඒවා combinational. Why? It will only consider the current inputs. මේ දැන් එන inputs අනුව මේ දැන් එන උණු එන inputs අනුව output එකක් දෙනවා. මේ තියෙන්නේ. Current inputs will be considered to give the output. Those are called combinational. Sequential means not just the current inputs. In the sequential, here, these are the sequential. Sequential means, yeah, okay, here. Not only the current input, the previous outputs will also be given as inputs. Here, not only the current inputs, the previous output will also be given as inputs. So that is what sequential. So this one here, this is a current input, I agree. But this one is not current input. This is actually output from the previous status and going to B and coming to A. So A is a sequential gate. B is memory element. That is okay. But A is not combinational, right? A is a sequential. So B is the answer. So only 2 is the answer. Both can be implemented using logic circuits, right? 11. Consider the following using the NAND gates. You're asking about the universal gates, and if the required output of above circuit is A and B, A and B not, A not, B not, and then C not, then you are it's asking what about the X and Y. Okay, you are given all NAND gates, all NAND gates, A and B එක මෙතන දිනවනේ. මෙතනදී A and B එකේදී මම මෙතන ඇඳලා පෙන්නන්නම්. So here you'll get A and B, everything not. A and B both not, together not. So this is the status, and here you don't know, this should be A not and X not. So here this one will be A not and X, all thing not. That is this one. Third one is just Y, right? It is just Y. So if you send this to the final gate, you will get A and B not, or A not, X not, or sorry, N, Y, here also N, Y, the whole thing will be inverted due to this NAND. So that is equal to, let's individually put this, A and B, sorry, A and B, ඒකේ not එක තියෙනවනේ, not එක තියෙද්දිම යාට තව not එකක් තනියෙන් එනවා. උඩින් එන එකකින්. එතකොට ලකුණ මාරු වෙනවා. මෙතනත් A not x වල not එකට තව not එකක් එනවා. එතකොට ඒකත් ලකුණ මාරු වෙලා මෙතන y not එනවා. හරි y not තනියෙන් not එකක් එනවා. එතකොට මෙතන y කියන එක c වුණාම ඇති. c not නේ ඕන. y should be equal to c. y equals c. මේක හරි. මේකත් හරි y c. y තමයි c කියන්නේ. එතකොට මේක තව solve කරාම අපිට එනවනේ a and b කියලා එකක් මෙතන. not දෙකක් තියෙන එකමනේ. එතකොට මෙතන එනවා a not x. මෙතන එනවා y not. y not එන්න නම් මෙතන තියෙන්න ඕන c. c තිබ්බනම් c not එනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මේක හරි. එතකොට a not x not නේ මෙතන අහන්නේ. a not b not එන්න නම් x වෙන්න ඕන a not හරි. x වෙන්න ඕන b not. හරි. තුන්වෙනි එක තමයි උත්තරේ වෙන්නේ. So you told 3, that is correct. So to get this answer, if anything unclear, please ask, right? If you are not clear with any answers, repeatedly ask that, then I can explain. Are you okay with my explanation or need to explain again? Come on, guys, simple answer. Do you need to explain again?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Others? Others, please.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right. Then should be A, B, it's already there. A not, B not done and X not කරලා ගන්න ඕන. එතකොට එනවා A not, X not කියලා නෙන්නේ. කියන්නේ A not, B not නම් X should be B not and Y should be C because it will become C. Okay, so this is how you find the answer for the particular question for NAND. And the 12th question and 13th from the operating systems. And also 14th question. Read all 3 questions and try to answer. Question number 12, 13, 14. 12, 13, 14. All 3 are from operating system. These are easy, like quickly you can answer. I'll give you 3 minutes. Operating systems is another program that runs on the computer, has some special responsibilities. Memory management, file management, input, output management are some of the responsibilities. What is the another important responsibility of OS? So operating system basically we call that is a resource manager. Operating system is a resource manager. Mainly it manages main resources of your computer. Memory, processor, file, and network, right? Security, users are the main components, right? So backup management is not a task of responsibility of operating system, but nowadays modern operating system have these backup capabilities, so it can be, right? Cache memory management, that is also coming under memory management, so it's a sub-discipline. So let's forget that, since it is a sub-discipline. But backup management is there in modern operating system. The backup management is also a function, but let's omit that because in your syllabus, let's say this is 2020 paper, and actually it's prepared according to 2-3 years old syllabus, so we can skip that also. And cache memory management is a part. Compiler management is not a task of operating system, that is a separate. Compiler is like language translator, that is a separate system software. Process management, yes, that is one of the main parts. So 4th one is the answer. Both of you have answered the 4th one. Yes, all of you have given 4th one, that is correct. 4th one is the correct, that is process management, the main task. System clock management, no, everything is managed according to system clock, but system clock is like hardware implementation. So operating system is not managing that, there is a hardware implementation. Okay, then when the number of processors started by a use in single processor computer increases, what happens to the response time of each process as received by the user as perceived by the user and the memory management related work of the operating system respectively. It's asking, so single processor computer, එක processor එකක් වෙන computer එකක, so they're asking about the number of processors. When you increase the number of processors, it will slow down. And when you increase the number of processors, because processors are working on time sharing, resource sharing. So this processor will be shared among those processors. තනි process එකක් process වැඩි වෙද්දී සරලව හිතන්නකෝ. process වැඩි වෙද්දී තනි process එකක් share වෙනවා. ඉතින් share වෙනකොට response time එක මොකද වෙන්නේ? response time එක වැඩි වෙනවද අඩු වෙනවද? So is it increasing or decreasing? It's increasing. Slow down means response time increases. So, okay. Response time increases. This is correct. Decrease when no change. That's also. Response time increases. Memory management related work decreases. How is that? When the number of processors start by the single processor computer increases, what will happen to the response time? It surely increase. Memory management related work of the operating system. Processors වැඩි වෙද්දී මොකද වෙන්නේ? So why you have selected the number? Sorry. I saw like number 3. It's number 1. Yes, it's number 1. Both response time and the memory management related work increase. Yes, දෙකම වැඩි වෙනවා. මම දැක්කේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ 3 වෙනි එක select කළාගේ 3 වෙන්න බෑ. Response time increase වෙනවා, memory management related work would increase. So both will be increased. So number 1. There is also a common sense question. So these operating system questions are common sense questions, right? Most of them. So it's not like hard or technological. It's like, so if you use common sense, you can answer. Okay, number 1 for the 13. Then 14. Which of the following is not a responsibility of operating system? Allocating physical memory to the processors. No, process management and allocating memories are responsible. They're asking not a responsible. Deciding which process to run, yes, that is obviously. Keeping track of usage of compiled program files in hard disk, no, that is not a duty. Keep track of the part of physical memory which are used and which are free, yes, memory management. Swap in processors, yes, process management and physical memory, and the swap in and swap out. There is also process and memory management. So first one is process management, memory management related. Process management, second one. Third one is not related to nothing, none of them. Tracking the parts of the physical memory is a process management. Swap in processors in the physical memory, yes, it is swap in and swap out. That is also memory and process management. So they're asking what is not. That is third one. Keeping track of the usage of compiled programs on a hard disk. So that is not a duty. So all 3 questions, we saw that. What is the nature? All 3 questions can be answered without even knowing much of these theory stuff. කටපාඩම් කරලා එහෙම ඉන්න ඕනෙත් නැහැ. කම්පියුටර් එකත් එක්ක වැඩ කරලා තියෙනවා නම් ටාස්ක් මැනේජර් එක ඕපන් කරගෙන process management ඒවා දැකලා තියෙනවා නම් I have given that practically, right? Task manager is showing everything. How memory manage, how process manage, swap in page, file, page, spaces. Practically I show you in theory classes. Theory classes වල practically මම පෙන්නුවා කොහොමද මේවා වෙන්නේ කියලා. By opening the task manager, by showing the swap in, page in files, page swap in, swap out things, and when you kill a process, what will happen? When you start a process, what will happen? When you increase the number of processes, what will happen? Everything I saw practically, right? If you need that again, so you can request again, but do it next day because today time is over almost. So don't ask it today, but ask it next day if you want to see that practically again. Anyone who missed it, practically I බලා ගන්න ඕන නම් please let me know, then I'll explain that next day also. Okay, so then again another 2 things. This is also related to systems, 15 and 16. Okay, let's quickly discuss 15 and 16 and stop for today. So then we have discussed 8 questions, right? 15 and 16. Quickly answer that also. 15, 16. Please quickly answer that part also. Again, you have common sense, right? Again, you have you got to use common sense. Right. So in computer, the file size of user could exceed the file size of physical memory. Yes, that is obviously true. So there can be like 4 GB file, but your RAM can be 2 GB. Also, the determined areas of the programs are kept in physical memory. Only the also only the demanded areas of the program are kept in the memory. Right? RAM eකට වැඩිය file size එක වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. That is the nature. Right? So maybe in your RAM, maybe in your short time memory. Think about your memory. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ඔළුව ගැන හිතන්න. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ඔළුවේ ප්‍රමාණයට syllabus එක තියෙන්නේ. It's not. Right? The syllabus is bigger. Syllabus is bigger, so it's very difficult to remember the things. That's why students are working hard to remember. So one time, you cannot remember everything in the syllabus. Given instant. දෙන තප්පරයක, දෙන පැයක, දෙන පැය දෙකක මුළු syllabus එකම මතක් කරගන්න අමාරුයි. That is the nature. Only the specific, more high demanded parts. You have to keep those things in the memory. Everything you can't keep. Only the high demanded part. That is our nature also. So which is the technology actually used for this? The above are due to which of the following? So use of the above are due to which of the following, right? So they're asking, yes, what are the actually? So due to what? So what is helping us? And so these problems are there, but so with which of the following will support the particular? Actually, that is what? So okay, 15 answer is given. Yes, page, frames, page tables. That is paging. හරියට අපි පිටු පෙරලා අපිට අවශ්‍ය පිටු විතරක් මතක තියා ගන්නවා වගේ computer එකක් that large program it will divide into small specific pages, manageable pages, and it will take it to the memory. That is use of pages, frames, and page tables. That is answer 5. So which of the following statements are regarding the compilers and interpreters are correct? A compiler transforms entire high-level language into the machine code. Yes, true. That is the nature of compiler. An interpreter converts high-level program statement into relevant machine code during the program run. Yes, that is runtime execution. So it does one by one high-level program statement to the relevant machine code. Compile codes are usually faster than the interpreted code. Yes, compile codes, because it is converted at once, it is faster. So you can take all A, B, C as the answer. Sydney, I have given 2. A, B only. No, compile codes are faster than the interpreted codes. So compile codes, because everything is translated, it is faster, right? So compile codes usually faster than the interpreted codes. So all 3 are correct. Okay, so with that, I'll stop the discussion today. So we discussed up to question number 16. Next day, we will discuss another 8 questions. So be prepared. There are questions from the networking. We have recently discussed the networking part. So please do at least up to 30. Right? Please do at least up to question number 30 and come to the class. Then it's easy to us to actually go through the things, because you already studied. Means I can do more. I can maybe give you more exposure to your theory. For maybe I can show some practicals. Likewise, I can take more time for explaining. That doesn't mean that I'm going to do faster, but I can use more time for explaining. Okay, good night. You have your 2022 class regular time 8. Please join that as well. Good night.
Thank you, sir.